Good day, everybody. It's a guy here, the unknown, and today I want us to look at something very important. I want us to look at the most explosive trading strategy for indices and to look at some beautiful trades that happened today. And guys, as I always say, trading is not supposed to be hard as it's portrayed. Trading is not hard at all. You just need one setup, master that setup, then trade that setup each and every day. Okay, one setup is more than enough for you, okay, for your entire life. Okay, so guys, without any further ado, let's jump into this. This is the most explosive trading strategy for indices, and when the session begins, we ask ourselves three questions. Okay, the first question is, do we have news? If we have news during the session, we don't trade until the news happens, because news can ruin everything and that can just spike into your stops, or in the worst case scenario, they can give you something called slippage. Okay, and secondly, we ask ourselves if we are in any form of a trend. Mostly, you don't want to be counter trading an explosive trend, because that might blow your account. I have a lot of videos about the trends. Okay, so as you can see today, we didn't have news and we were not in any form of a trend. I also have a playbook in the description where I've summarized the entire strategy. Okay, and then the third question to ask ourselves is who is trapped when the session is beginning. Okay, and yes, of course, when I say who is trapped, I'm talking about people who are losing, who is at a loss when the session is beginning. Okay, so you can see when the session began, they send people up, 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 and the session is opening here. Who is losing? Who is losing when the session is opening up here? Obviously, everybody who went up is the one who is at a loss. Okay, and we do this because if they're giving us an opportunity to buy, we don't want to buy into trap volume, because as I shared with you in yesterday's video, sometimes they might just bring you into trap volume and get you trapped as well, and then reverse. Okay, because remember, they use the Asian session and the London session to trap these guys, so most of the days they are not going to release them. Sometimes they will just go above just to stop hunt them. Okay, and then reverse, as they did today. They just went up just to stop hunt, and that's when they started reversing. Okay, and then of course some days they will release them and keep on trending in their direction. Okay, so we just need to be aware of all of those things. Okay, this is highly important, guys. So once the session is opened, we don't have news, nobody's we know who is trapped, and we are not in any form of a trend. The next thing we look for is a chart pattern, and this is important. Once you see a chart pattern, that's when you go to the next criteria, where you want to identify the big candle that breaks out of the pattern. I call this an evidence candle, because to me this is their footstep. They will be as sneaky as they can when building the pattern. However, when they break out of it, that's their footstep, because once they've tried people, all they need now is just to go. Okay, and they're not going to play around. So for me, I saw this pattern today. Okay, it took time to build this pattern, and this is a pattern I actually traded today. Okay, so this is the pattern I saw. It resembles a triangle. Okay, it resembles a triangle. Okay, so let's see what they did. They then broke out of this candle. We spoke about the timings. Okay, we spoke about the timings. They broke out of this candle. There was roughly 2 minutes to 10 minutes before the half-hour mark. As you can see on my chart, it's saying 15:18. So we were left with only 2 minutes when I took this trade. Okay, this is the big candle that breaks out of the pattern. This is what you trade, and the stops are 25 pips above. Okay, 25 pips. Okay, and what I do, as I always tell you, is something I'll explain to you. What I usually do is I calculate the time it took to build this pattern. If it's above 1 hour, I will target 100 pips. Okay, or else you can use an expansion. This is used mostly by Stacy and Peter Branded. Okay, they are the ones who use this expansion, but for me, mostly I will target 100 pips if it's beyond 1 hour. But you can use this one. As you can see today, it almost went to the third expansion of this. Okay, or else what Shabaka wrote in his book, the one that I always advise you to read, is you can take this distance. Oh, sorry guys, sorry. You can take this distance. There is this distance over here. Wait, sorry guys. Or you can take this distance over here. Okay, you can take this distance over here. Okay, which is roughly, let's calculate the distance. It's roughly 100, and you can see it's roughly 166. So you can just take this distance from the evidence candle. Okay, so the evidence candle is not just any breakout candle. As you can see, they broke out with a pin here, so you just need to wait. Don't enter just because they broke out. Wait for the candle to close, because most of the time when there is 10 seconds left, they are just going to pull back and it's going to close as a pin. You don't need that, okay? You need to wait for the candle. Actually, my execution was on this candle. Immediately when this candle closed, I just executed, and it got executed on the next candle. You have seen this, guys. That's how my executions are most of the days. So you see, this is another target. You can just take this distance, or 100, just because they took over an hour to build, okay? And it doesn't matter, either take profits. They were actually hit very quick, okay? Because once they've trapped, the next thing they want to do is just to go. Let me tell you something. This is roughly 157, okay? And okay, guys, I know there are people who took this one here, and I'm not saying it was wrong, okay? The setup was so perfect. Wait a minute. This setup was so perfect. I just want to outline this because I know there are people who took it, because this is a pattern. Yes, people took it here for 50, and it just went to roughly 30 something, 30, and that's where it reversed. So guys, if you took this one, it's about the process, okay? It's not about the results. Whether you won it or lost it, I don't really care, okay? And to be honest, even the people who we are working together on the one-on-one, they know that for me it's not about the results. For me it's about the setup. For me it's about the process. Does your trade make sense? Okay, did you wait for all the criteria to be met? Yes or no? If you waited for them and they closed you, yes. If you took this trade, yes, of course they closed you, okay? And later, that's when you could have seen that, oh, they were building a bigger pattern, okay? And this one that closed you was part of the bigger pattern. That's why I told you, it's about executing the same thing over and over and over every day. Sometimes you're gonna lose here and there, okay? But this strategy has a very high win rate if you are doing things properly, okay? Very high win rate. That's something I can assure you, because this is something I trade each and every day. So even if you lost here, our maximum loss is 25 pips. Okay, let's go to 25 pips. Okay, let's say 25 pips were here. Okay, if you lost it, you lost 25 pips. Okay, then you relax, you wait to see, and then you see they are building a very big pattern. You see they break out of it. You made more than that 5 times, okay? Because this move actually ended up paying, but the setup is still the same, okay? The setup is still the same. So if you took this one, I love that. Why? Because this is the process. This is following the process. They gave a right angle triangle, okay? A right angle triangle, then big evidence candle. This is a very good trade, okay? Even though you ended up losing it, it's still a good trade, okay? I told you it's not about winning. I don't care if you won or lost. I care if you took the proper pattern, if you waited for the evidence candle. That's all I care about. And again, let's look at the time. Okay, the time was roughly 22, which is within our times, 10 minutes before half past, or 10 minutes after half past, or 10 minutes before the clock mark, or 10 minutes after the clock mark. So guys, for those who took this one, this is a very good trade, okay? When you rinse and repeat, take this kind of setups each and every day, you're gonna have a crazily high win rate, okay? Remember in my recent videos, I showed you the rectangle that I took and lost, and then later it paid way too big, okay? It paid more than 6 times the loss that I had, okay? So guys, this is what we trade each and every day, okay? And then I told you, let's go to the Nasdaq. I told you guys, okay, same thing criteria. I'm just okay. I'm gonna start with the pattern, because this video is almost 10 minutes, and I don't want to, I don't want to talk a lot about. Okay, let's talk about it anyway, because for those who complain about the length of the videos, I'm sorry, I have to do this. Okay, when the session is open and who is trapped, obviously everybody who was sent up and up, these guys are trapped when the session is opening, because it's opening here, okay? And then, do we have any form of a trend? No, okay? Do we have news? No, okay? We don't have news. We are not in any form of a trend, which is perfect, okay? Which is perfect. Okay, fine. Now, what do we wait for? Wait for the session to open. We don't chase the first candle. The first candle is going to be the biggest, because mostly it's going to be a stop hunt, right? And once the session starts, we want to see a chart pattern, right? We want to see a chart pattern. And let's look, do we have a chart pattern here? Do we have a chart pattern? For me, honestly, I don't have a chart pattern, okay, unless you are using the inverted triangles, something like this, which is an inverted triangle. Yes, if you are using an inverted triangle, but I don't usually talk about them because most of you are not aware of this because you haven't read Shabaka's book. But for those who we are working together on the one-on-one, of which I have closed because I don't need many people, okay. I just want to give the best value, and I can't give the best value if I have more than 7 people. So I've closed it because I didn't need more than 7 people, okay. 7 people were more than enough because it's one-on-one, it's not pre-recorded. And by the way, I have to create time for the meetings and I have to give value, okay. So yes, if you saw it like this, those people who are doing that, they already know and have mastered this kind of patterns, okay. That's where they broke out, pull back, and then what they did do, they gave a huge evidence candle, okay, which is a very good trade, okay. But for me, I didn't really trade this one. Why? Because I compare and I wait for the easiest trade for me, okay. For those who took it, yes, it's a good trade, okay. I didn't take this one because I'm actually waiting for the easiest, okay. It is the easiest, but for me, I compare them. So sometimes I don't see what's happening here and don't see what's happening here, but this is a very perfect pattern. So I didn't take this one on Nasdaq, okay, because it just went down, down, down. So sometimes, yes, you're gonna see something and it's gonna go and you're just gonna regret. Guys, there's no need to regret. Just because it went 500 pips down doesn't mean there was something for you. But yes, of course, for those who understand this one, this was a very perfect pattern, okay. And then let's see a very beautiful pattern that was given. Easy, 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 easy free cash. It's this one that happened late. Wow, I love this. This is half Batman. You see, this is Batman's half ear. And then later again, what do? They give another half Batman ear. These are the trades that I love. I want to be honest with you. These are the trades that I love. And I take the same trades every day. Okay. These are the trades that I love. This is half Batman. They've sent people down. Trend is your friend. Everybody's going down, down, down because people believe that prices are just going to keep falling. What do? Everybody who sold on this big, big candle is just trapped. And then here, people think it's a pullback. They just send people down, send people down, send people down. You see, send people down, but they're not leaving the level. Send people down, not leaving the level. Send people down, okay? Clear all the stops here, but I'm not going to talk about the stop hunts and stuff. But this is a half Batman. And what did we say? A very big breakout candle. First of all, look at the size of this candle. It's bigger than all the candles inside this pattern. This candle alone is bigger than all the candles inside the pattern. What does this tell you? Is this a proper breakout? Obviously, yes. Okay, I use the bodies. So this is not something you have to pull or guess if it's a breakout. It's a super beautiful breakout. Pattern is half Batman. Guys, I know we've shared this kind of patterns too many times. Half Batman. Just look from here, it explodes. It explodes. It explodes. You see, first leg 100 pips. Okay, back to the high. Easy, easy, easy. These are the trades I need because here you don't know what they are doing, okay. And even here inside you don't know what they are doing, okay. You can just see that, oh, they're building a pattern, but the moment they break with this is their footsteps. They can hide everything, but they are never going to be able to hide their footsteps. And this is why I always tell my friends that markets are not smart, okay. Because guys, if they are consolidating or trapping, they have to leave, and the least they can give you, it's a fake breakout, like the rectangle that I took this week. I showed you they broke out to the top with a beautiful candle. They closed me, okay. I took a trade, they came back and closed me, and then they went and broke out on the other side. So I just say markets are not smart, okay. You don't have to revenge them, but you need to know when a trade is valid and when it's completely invalidated. If there is nothing, do nothing. Hence why today I'm saying I didn't take Nasdaq, but for this pattern, guys, it's the best inverted triangle, okay. And then it broke out with a big candle. Yes, if you took it, they stopped you. I told you, we keep our stops 25 pips. Why? Because if we are wrong, we want to be closed right away. This one, yes. If you took this one, Yes, of course, they closed you. I've shared a lot of trades here with you guys in the community where they did close me, but the trade was still valid. Okay, was still valid. They give another evidence candle. This is a retest. They give another invalid trade. I take it. This thing is gonna pay you more. Okay, first of all, they went 50 pips quick, but this move just ended up going and going and going. And so what I do mostly, I put my entry. I calculate the number of time it takes. Okay, this is what I do. I calculate the number of time it takes. This one took more than an hour. So this is a trade I target 100 bips. Okay. So of course, if this trade, okay, I didn't take this one though. I took the one I showed you on US30. Obviously, if this trade, I have my stops here, I have my entry here. Okay. I just enter, put 100, and I leave the charts. That's it for me. Okay. I'm not going to look at this chart. I can come and look at it later. I know either my stop or my take profit will be hit. Okay. So I take my entry, wait for a retest opportunity. That's why I scale in, then put my stops and everything. Then I leave the charts. That's it. So anyway, guys, this is the most easiest trading strategy to have. Yes, sometimes they're gonna close you. Sometimes they'll close you, and that's a loss for the day. Accept it. Sometimes they close you, but the trade is still valid. Guys, you are good to re-enter. Okay. You just need to know when the trade is valid and when it's not valid, because at the end of the day, you're gonna end up making maybe 3 times more than this that they closed you on, 5 times, 8 times more. Okay, so guys, for me today, I took this one. Okay, yes, I didn't take this pattern here. Okay, I didn't take this pattern here, but again, I took this pattern which broke out here. So if you took this one, for me, it's not about the win. Okay, it's not about the win. Honestly, those who we are doing one-on-one together, they know. For me, it's not about the win. I don't care about the results. I care about the fact that is it a good trade or not. My slogan is one good trade every day. Okay, it has to be a good trade. You need to know why you took it. Okay, even when you look at it and it's a loss, you don't have to regret. You have to be proud of yourself. You took a good one. Okay, that's why I'm saying those who took this one today, this is a good trade. You keep on taking trades like this, you're gonna be crazily profitable. Okay, yes, sometimes they'll have other plans and do this. Okay, and then when you look at it, oh, maybe you took it when you were inside a bigger pattern. You see. Okay, and then you're able to take it again. It's not revenging. If it's a loss for the day, you can close your charts, go out. You didn't even lose much. You just lost 25 pips. You lost 25 pips. Okay, you lost 25 pips. Okay, so you're not gonna take maybe the previous 2 days wins and give them up in one trade. You're not going to do that. Besides, this strategy has a super high win rate, and you're going to be highly profitable if you take the trade each and every day. It's not about winning, it's not about losing. It's about consistency, getting the results, growing your account, growing in experience. That's all it's about. Okay, guys, I really appreciate you. It's too late now. Have a blessed night. Thank you.